Hello and welcome to the, the Renmark to Waikerie leg of the paddle. So this is about 190 k's down to Waikerie over 5 days, and I'm staying in Berri and the Loxton caravan parks tonight and tomorrow night. Nice rest day in Renmark. Always busy on rest days, doing all the videos and photos and shopping and cleaning, and yeah, don't actually rest as much as I do when I'm actually on the river. But the body's had a break, which is good. Just had a really interesting encounter. There was a gentleman called Eric the Red, who came down to see me as I was about to leave, who just happened to be watching my video last night. So he's a kayaker that has done lots of parts of the river and was just heading up to the border to do a paddle down to Renmark. So a nice coincidence there. All right, better head on. I've got to get to the lock and get through lock 5 in about 20 minutes.
Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what I could do. If I told you that I don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say, but I go without knowing. If I told you that I don't know what to believe in, don't know how to pray.
In the last 48 hours while I was in Renmark, the weather has definitely changed. It's got a lot colder, so the overnight temperatures are getting down to about 4, plus there's a strong southerly, southwesterly winds, so it feels more like about 1 degree. But as you can see, the headwinds are kicking in a lot earlier, and I'm all thermaled up now, so getting back into that familiar cold weather paddling, which is kind of nice.
If I told you that I don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say, but I go without knowing. If I told you that I don't know what to believe in, don't know how to pray.
What I've discovered is that these cliffs are pretty amazing, but they do funnel the headwinds, so you start getting some pretty windy, wavy conditions along these cliffs.
Tell me now what I could do. Tell me you're the one for me now. I pray that you believe it too.
Well, welcome to the caravan park in Berri. So this is home for the night. You can see I'm camped there, nicely tucked away at the back of the park, right near the camp kitchen. But I've just been down to the supermarket to get my supplies for the next 4 days, so I've just got to sort all that out now. But today's paddle was good. It was hard. 6 hours of fighting headwinds. It didn't matter what direction the river went, I seemed to have a headwind. But yeah, it was good. It was a very enjoyable day, but it's definitely got chillier, and as you can see up there, it's got windier as well, so probably have a bit more of the same tomorrow going down to Loxton. Alright, I'm heading out to dinner with Amy from Amy Outdoors fame. I'll put the link to her YouTube channel down below in the comments, but she did the river last year. I met up with her in Mildura, but she was able to continue because she's a South Australian resident and I was not able to go across the border. So yeah, we're going to catch up for dinner at the pub tonight and talk the old war stories about paddling down the Murray.
On a thin piece of paper.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow.
Well, good morning. It's day 58, I think. So I've just left the caravan park in Berri and about to start heading down the river. But last night had a really good dinner and catch up with Amy from Amy Outdoors, because she is a resident of Berri, so we went to the Berri Hotel and had a beef schnitzel and a few beers, and she's heading off to do 4 weeks on the Murrumbidgee in a week's time, so we were able to chat about that and all sorts of things, which was very nice. Yeah, heading down to Loxton today, so it's about 38 k's. It looks like a pretty nice day at the moment, but I'm sure the winds will pick up. But I figured before I leave Berri, just here is a really nice cafe that opens up at 8 o'clock in about 10 minutes. So I thought, why not just go down there, moor the boat, and take advantage of the spoils of the Berri foreshore.
If only just for a bit. There's a new day.
Well, I now feel substantially bloated and well and truly caffeinated, so it's time to head on down to Loxton.
It will set you free. There's a new day to get you through your struggles. I will always think of you and me. Darling, you've got to keep holding.
Here come those lovely headwinds again.
And the old ways get washed out by the rain. Darling, you.
This is lock number 4.
'Cause I promise you this.
500 kilometres to go down to the Murray mouth. That's let's call that a milestone.
If only just for a bit. There's a new day to leave behind your troubles. There's a new day, and it will set you free.
I've been having a race with this houseboat for the last 15 minutes, and I seem to be winning, which is quite good. So I'm sitting on a solid, 9 k's an hour, and he seems to be just a little bit behind me. The only problem is I can't cut the corners if he's there, so I'm going to let him go past. Nothing like a good wake to surf your way down the river.
Promise you this.
So somewhere up there is the township of Loxton. I'm not actually going into the town itself. The caravan park that I'm camping at is about 2 kilometres around the bend here. So yeah, just doing a bit of a paddle by here. Well, I made it to the Loxton caravan park. I've got a riverfront spot here, so basically it is right by the water, and all the rest of the caravan park's miles up there, so it's like camping, but it's got the luxury of toilets and showers and camp kitchens and stuff if and when I need them. Rightio, I've got to dry out some tents and things and go and update the blog finally.
This is not the end. Vitamins and history books.
Good morning. What are we up to? Day 59. So I'm just leaving the Loxton caravan park here, and heading down to a campsite near a town called Moorook. It's only a small town, but it's just a bit beyond that, so about 40 k's today. But my shoulders are tired today. It's really interesting when you sort of get in your boat and you take that first paddle stroke, and it kind of is almost an indicator of what your day is going to be like, because sometimes it just feels like you're pushing through concrete, and that certainly was today. Hopefully I'll warm up shortly. But I had a good night, got on my blog like a week and a bit's worth of blog up to date last night, and had a nice steak cooked on the barbecue in the caravan park, so it was all very easy last night. But yeah, looking forward to today. It's not meant to be very windy today, so hopefully that's going to assist with my tired shoulders. Alrighty, let's go and see what this part of the river has to offer today. Well, today, or this morning, has been pretty rough actually. It's taken me 3 hours just to do 15 kilometres, which is a lot slower than I've been doing before. But yeah, as I said earlier, I had tired arms, and I think because it was such a grey morning, the motivation was really low. But I've decided that I'm going to cheer up a bit, pick up my pace. The sun is just starting to come out, and try and enjoy this paddle a little bit more.
Vitamins and history books, psychology, and
to say that the river's getting straighter would be a bit of an understatement, because this stretch here is an 8 kilometre straight before the next, well, moderate bend in the river. So yes, lots of long stretches with not much changing. Luckily, I don't have a headwind on this bit, so I can just cruise on down and listen to some music and just relax. So I've finally arrived in Moorook South, and my campsite's about 2 k's that way, but there is a general store there, and apparently they do a pretty good burger. So after that rough day, I think I deserve one. The idea of getting back in my boat is just killing me, and I've only got 2 k's to go. I might just lie here on the grass for a bit and digest my burger. I think this may end up being my campsite. I'll go and have a look at it first. So this is a perfect campsite. It's got good access for the river, so easy to get the boat out, and plenty of space. I've chosen a spot over there amongst the trees just to give a bit of shelter from the wind, and the ground looked a bit softer for my tent. But yeah, this place is called Campsite 6, and it's about 2.5 k's down from Moorook South, where I was at that shop getting that burger. So yeah, nice to have a nice lunch and then come and set up and have a lazy afternoon.
no, I'm lost. Can I be forgiven?
Yep, that was a tough day. I think I ended up doing 39 kilometres over 7 hours, but yeah, my shoulders, they've been sore all day. Just felt like they were kind of grinding in the sockets, so it wasn't very pleasant. But as you can see now, the sun has come out, and it's turned into a lovely afternoon to be sitting here by the river. Tomorrow I think I've got another, I don't know, 36 k's, and then it's only 30 k's the following day to Waikerie. So depending on how I'm going with my shoulders tomorrow, I might just sort of call tomorrow a little bit shorter and then do a longer day, but I'll see how I go. Yeah, that's about all. Everything's good. Happy Mother's Day to everyone, and see you tomorrow.
Can I be forgiven myself?
Good morning, it is day 60 and it is also exactly 1 year from when I started this whole journey on top of Mount Kosciuszko. Beautiful morning. It's 1 degree at the moment, so a little chilly, but now that I've just packed up all the camp and stuff, I'm actually quite warm, but I'm probably going to cool down as I spend some time on the water in this mist. So my arms are feeling a little bit better today. I'm also pretty doped up on anti-inflammatories, so that's probably helping as well. But had a good sleep, and yeah, let's see how we go today with our 36 kilometers. This is such a gorgeous day. I reckon it's one of the best days of weather I've had so far. It's just beautiful.
Swept up and away from all our fears. How are we supposed to know on our own? Together we can go slow. Why don't you leave it all to me? I know how hard it all can be. I'm here to hold your hand through this.
So I've had a few questions about the locks and the process for going through them. Basically there's about 10 of them on the river that you have to go through, and essentially what you do is you give them a call, ideally about 15 minutes out. So I do it normally about 2 kilometers away from the lock, and just let them know you're coming, and then they pretty much come down, open up the lock, and it takes about 5 minutes to drop, and then you spat out the other side. There's been a couple, so the Mildura one, they do it going downstream, only open on the hour, so you have to basically time it so you're there on the hour and at the right time. And then there was one where I knew I wasn't going to have mobile reception, so I actually rang them the day before and just let them know what time I was going to be going through. So yeah, that's pretty much the process. They range in height. That one just there, which was lock 3, was 2.5 meters, but he said it sometimes does 3.8 meters, so that's a pretty big drop. But then, as you saw in an earlier video, there was lock 7 that was only about 20 or 30 centimeters, so they do vary quite a bit in height. So that's it, that's how the locks work.
My arms out and hold you like before. We can fly away from here.
If you watched my previous episode, you may recall that I had planned pretty badly in that I didn't get to go to the Woolshed Brewery. Well, wouldn't you know it, up there is the Overland Hotel, which is another famous location on the river, and it is closed on Mondays, and today is Monday. Well, it's only about just before 1, and I've decided to call today short, and I've just done I think 30 kilometers, and I've found a nice little spot here that I can get out of the water, and a nice shady place here to spend the afternoon. So that's my plan for today. It's just to relax, and then I got 38 kilometers down to Waikerie tomorrow, and there's no point in trying to do a short day tomorrow because I can't check into my cabin until 2 o'clock, so I might as well have today as a relaxation afternoon.
Together we can go slow.
I made an old man. I said, tell me your story.
Good morning, it is day 61 today, and beautiful morning. 0 degrees at the moment, so I've had to break out the neoprene gloves because it's a little chilly. So we're heading down to Waikerie today, so I've got a rest day down there. I've got a cabin booked at the caravan park. But yesterday was quite a good day. It was just a nice relax on the side of the river in the afternoon after a fairly painful day the day before, but my shoulders seem to be a lot better now, so that's all good. Alright, I'm going to cruise down the river and see if we can get to Waikerie for lunch.
I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Stop looking for the answers, and you'll find what you've got.
This is a truly spectacular day. Gosh, it has been so warm and no wind and plenty of beautiful cliffs. The old ABC, another bloody cliff, but they're all pretty specky.
Searching for glory.
Once again, Murphy's Law is at play. Every time I come into a town for a rest day, about 4 or 5 kilometres out, when your body starts turning itself off, you get struck with a headwind, and it just makes that last half an hour just that little bit more painful. Gotta keep going though, gotta keep going.
Walking on down the road. When your time is up, it's time to go.
Well, hooray, I have made it to Waikerie. So the town's somewhere up there, and then I'm staying down here in a cabin in the holiday park.
I said, son, when you grow up, you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind.
Well, there you go, another week done and another leg at the paddle done. So all up that was 190 kilometres, I think, yeah, over 6 days. So yeah, not too hard going, but I definitely had a couple of days where I was starting to feel it. But the weather's been spectacular. In fact, I think there's a bit of a front coming through, and I'm meant to have some rain all day tomorrow, so I've timed that pretty well. Okay, well, I am going to go and do some shopping and go to the pub for dinner tonight, and then spend a day editing video and getting photos done and basically having a break before heading down the next leg to Murray Bridge. So have a good couple of days, and I'll catch you in a week.
And you'll find what you've got.